Yeah. 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 Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing part 2 of my original transfer video, so I guess we're gonna get right into the video. If I look sweaty, it's because I am. So these tips are going to be geared towards once you get to the school you're transferring to. And if you want tips specifically for Howard, then make sure you stay tuned to the end, because I'll have some very specific tips for people who are transferring to Howard. But the rest of these tips will be for anyone in general who's transferring schools. So the first tip that I would suggest is to try and get to know more transfer students. I know a lot of schools have some transfer organizations and things like that, or transfer clubs, things like that. So it shouldn't be too hard to find other transfers. You meet a lot of people in your first few days and weeks of school, so I mean, just mentioning that you're a transfer might help you find other people who are transfers as well. Another thing would be to attend as many events as possible. A lot goes on, especially the first few weeks of school, so you definitely want to get in there and try to meet different people and things like that, because once the semester really starts going, it's you're not going to be able to find people because everybody's going to be doing work, maybe. Another thing would be to not be intimidated by people, because I don't know at every school, but I know a lot of the time at Howard, people can be kind of cliquey. And I don't know if they do it on purpose. I would like to think that it doesn't happen on purpose, but I mean, once you get your group of friends, it's kind of you want to stick to that. So definitely try to be open to introducing yourself to other people and not to be intimidated by people. Another tip would be to get to know the area around your campus and get to know your campus itself, because a lot of the time you may have your specific school, but you're going to have classes in other places, so you definitely want to get to know all the buildings in the general area. What I used to do was, if I needed to go somewhere, I would take a lift there, and then I would walk around that particular area. And I got to know DC really well that way, and it really helped me get familiar with the area, because I don't like not being familiar with my surroundings. So I would definitely suggest that you get to know the area around your school, also for safety reasons. Also, don't be afraid to go places by yourself, because sometimes you may not always have someone to go with you, and you don't want to miss out on certain things because you don't have someone to go with you. So definitely be open to going places by yourself, but also be safe at the same time, because there's crazy people out there, and you always want to be safe. Also, you're not going to meet people right off the bat. Oh, let me not say that. It may take some time for you to find that one specific friend group that you can really click with and you really get along well. I didn't meet my friends at Howard until, oh, my hair's frizzy. I didn't meet my friends at Howard until literally my second semester. Well, I met them. Let me say I didn't meet them, but we had classes together, but we didn't really become friends until February of second semester. So honestly, be patient when it comes to things like that, because there are definitely people who you will get along with and you'll be able to click with, but it may not happen overnight. Also, I don't know about every school. I know most schools use GroupMe. You definitely want to get in all the GroupMes for your classes, all the GroupMes for different organizations or different things that you're interested in, your dorm GroupMe, whatever GroupMe you can get into where you're going to be able to speak to other people and kind of mingle around. Definitely, if your school has a transfer GroupMe, you want to get in that, because those are going to be the people who know the answers to the majority of your questions. They'll be willing to help you, things like that, and they know exactly where you're coming from. So that's definitely a GroupMe that you want to get into if your school has one. Howard does have a transfer GroupMe. Also, follow accounts from your school. Different organizations, different groups and things like that will have accounts on social media. So if you're interested in something in particular, make sure you follow that account. That way you are up to date and you know when they have meetings or different events and things like that. Another thing you want to do once you get to your new school is fight for the credits that you didn't initially get transferred, because chances are you're not going to get all of your credits transferred when you first get to your new school, and you're going to have to fight to get those credits transferred. And I use the term fight loosely, because some people have a hard time getting classes transferred and some people don't. I personally didn't. I originally got 37 credits transferred, right when I got accepted. Then I got 3 more without having to try, and then after that I got, I want to say 9 more. After that, I did lose a lot, but I was able to get more, so it helped me to get a little bit further. And that's actually what helped me go from being a sophomore to a senior in 1 year. So you definitely try and fight for your credits, and there is a process that you have to go through, and I can explain that later. What else did I want to say? Oh, this goes for anybody, but definitely, in fact, should I? Yeah, this goes for anybody, but definitely people who go to Howard. If you transfer to a new school, chances are anything that's open to freshmen, that first, like the first week orientations and things like that, they're also open to transfer students. They may not tell you that, however, you can go. I know when I got to Howard, I went to the pinning ceremony even though I wasn't a freshman. You can do that. They don't tell you that, and I don't understand why it's dumb. But they don't tell you that you can go to the pinning ceremony. All the freshman orientations you can go to. There's one thing that I didn't do, which I mean it's not that big of a deal, but when you get to Howard, you get like a backpack and like certain things like that. And transfer students are also able to get that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get mine still because I want it, but I don't know, it might be too late. But definitely don't let the fact that you're kind of like a little bit behind on different things, like socially and maybe class-wise, don't let that get to you, because honestly, there are ways you can get further ahead and make up for lost time. I know it was hard for me to do, but I eventually did it. I got more classes transferred and things like that. So don't let that get in your way, because that really kind of got to me to the point where I wanted to transfer back out of Howard. So, I mean, there's definitely ways you can kind of catapult yourself forward, and I would definitely make sure that you are looking into all of your options. So, specifically for Howard, if you need to get more classes transferred, there's a process that you have to go to. So, you're going to want to go to the Carnegie Building. The Carnegie Building is on the Yard. That's where you have to get a transfer petition form. Not to transfer schools, but a transfer course petition form. And then you'll get that. And once you have that, you're going to need other information that you need to bring to a professor in the department where you want your class transferred. So say you have an art history course, and this art history course is in Egyptian art, and you took that at the school you went to before you transferred. You're going to find the course description and possibly a syllabus, more than likely a syllabus from that course. You're also going to find a course description from the course that is at Howard that you think is the equivalent. And also you want to take your transcript as proof of you taking that class. You take those things to a professor in the department in which you want the class transferred. So that particular department would be art history. Take it to the professor. They'll review it. If they want to accept the course, they'll do that. They'll sign off on your form that you have to fill out. And then you have to take that, or they'll generally get it done for you or help you with it. They have to take that to the department chair. The department chair will sign off on it, and then you have to take that to the registrar's office, and then they'll put it onto your transcript. Let's rewind a little bit. Step 1, get a transfer course petition form. 2, fill it out with the information that you need, your course, their course, etc. Step 3, get your copy of your transcript. Doesn't have to be official. You can literally print screen. No, can you do that? Yeah, you can print screen and just print out your transcript, because the registrar's office should have a copy of your transcript, your official transcript. So the course petition, the course description from your old school, the course description from your new school, your transcript, and that's it. You take that to the professor. They'll review it. If they accept it, they'll sign off on it. They'll take it to the department chair. The department chair will sign off on it. You take it to the registrar. The registrar will add it to your transcript. So it can be as simple as that. However, sometimes they don't want to accept your course. Don't give up there, because I've heard people that they'll go to like 4 or 5 different professors, and then they finally get a professor to sign off on it, and then they'll go to the department chair to sign off on it. So it really just depends on who you ask and when you ask. Try to find people when they're in a good mood, because they're more than likely to help you. But definitely don't give up if you don't get a course transfer the first time. Like I said, I didn't really have any issues with that, but I mean, you never know. Also, if your parents cannot come to your pinning ceremony, go anyway. My parents weren't there because last year they had to move the pinning ceremony 1 week later, so I went down there. I didn't live on campus at the time, but I still went down there on like August. What day was that? I think it was August 12th, which is the same day I'm going down this year. But I'm pretty sure it was August 12th I went down there. Then the day before classes started, which was August 20, whatever, that's when the pinning ceremony was. My parents had already gone back to New York by then, so they didn't come with me, but I went by myself. got my pin. I have a picture of me getting pinned at the pinning ceremony that I can insert over here, I guess. But definitely go. I'm glad I went. Definitely don't miss out on those experiences that are more so geared toward freshmen, because Howard in particular does a horrible job at letting people know what and who things are for, who can go to certain things and things like that, especially when it comes to transfer students. Transfer students are highly overlooked, so I'm just kind of trying to put you guys on so that you guys know things that I didn't know, because I would have gone to a lot more events and things like that had I known I was able to. Another thing is transfer students are also able to sign up for mentorship programs in different schools and things like that. Definitely speak to whoever's in charge of the program, but I know there's a specific transfer mentor program, and each school generally has a mentorship program as well. So definitely look into those and see if that's something you'd be interested in, being mentored by an upperclassman or someone who's been there for a while. It could really be helpful to you and to help you get acclimated with the school. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So just a little run through of what I've talked about and the tips I've given. So definitely attend as many events as possible. Don't be intimidated by people. Don't let cliquey people get on your nerves. Get to know the area around your school and just get to know the campus. Don't be afraid to go places by yourself, but at the same time be safe, because people are crazy. If you need to load up on credits or try and get more credits transferred, definitely do that, because like I said, I went from a sophomore to a senior in 1 year, so make sure you get that done. I will be taking a lot of credits this year to kind of make up for the fact, but I feel like I can do it. I mean, I know what I'm capable of. You should know what you're capable of too. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave one below in the comment or ask me on social media. I got a lot of questions after my last video on my social media, so if there's anything that you want to know, need to know, or that I haven't addressed, definitely ask me and I can either do another video or I can just answer your question directly. That's what I've really been doing with pretty much everyone. If this video was helpful to you and you want to see more from me, definitely like and subscribe, and I will be back with more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. Yeah.